And it's time to get into a topic that, for the most part, wrestling talk should be positive. That's what you want out of social media. That's what you want out of debate. That's what you want out of fandom. You want it to be positive. You want it to be a great fan experience. And the only way to do that is to talk about things in a positive manner, bring them up in a highly anticipated way. The issue with that, the biggest issue with that is Twitter. Twitter. Social media itself. Because not only are fans able to directly talk to companies, promoters, bookers, wrestlers, and other fans alike on social media, by tweeting, they are also able to send direct messages. And again, you do have the possibility of blocking someone who's just being an annoyance. You do. But it's also not really enjoyable to block someone unless you enjoy that type of things, which I don't. I mean, it's kind of a hassle to have to go through Twitter and try to live out the rest of your day, and then you have this one idiot coming at you, and you have to block him. You have to do that kind of negative stuff to someone you don't even know, to someone who on social media doesn't even give you a real picture or real name. You don't even know if it's a 5-year-old kid, a 15-year-old kid, a 20-year-old kid, an 80-year-old kid, 80-year-old man in his basement. You don't know that. You don't know that on social media. You don't. By the way, the social media handle on the bottom, at Alexis Gurriel, go ahead and follow me. That is my picture. That is my social media. If you want to follow me, go right ahead. I will not block you. Unless you're being a dick, then you will get blocked. But, again, fans become keyboard warriors sometimes. And I've done this in the past, but I've done this from my personal account. You know who I am. You know that's my personal private account that I am adding to a discussion. You know that. I've had times in the past where I put out an opinion out there, and then some Wrestling Phobia 1, where he has a picture, a profile pic of something other than his face on there, and I can't really tell who he is or what he is, like I said. Respond to me. And I have gotten into it in the past on social media, and I'm not proud of it because, again, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, it really brings you down up here. But again, sometimes you get triggered. There's nothing you can do about that if you really get invested into their product, which I am. But one thing that has bothered me over the past few days, over the past few weeks, is this story that Sammy Guevara, the current TNT champion, has broken off his engagement with his allegedly former fiance, which just said Beyonce, former fiance. I think her name was Pam, just like The Office, Pam, who recently, a few months ago, Sammy Guevara proposed to in the middle of an AEW ring. That was a big touted moment for AEW on their social media. So fans attacked Sammy Guevara on social media, and not only that, there have been a lot of pics and videos involving Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti. And fans blame Ty Conti for their breakup. They think something happened between Guevara and Ty Conti, and Guevara broke off his engagement because of Ty Conti. And let me put it like this. You're a wrestling fan. You care about wrestling. You care about the product. You care about the show that you watch on TV. You care about the stars you watch on TV. But let me get this out there. Let me get this straight. As far as their personal lives are concerned, unless it's their overall health, which I never want to talk about, but I have in the past, Roman Reigns' unfortunate battle with leukemia a few years ago. That's completely different. But when it comes to their social life, to their relationships, and they breaking up, I think I and you, as a wrestling fan, should not care enough to try and badger someone on social media to the point that she deletes her Twitter account. That is not our job as a wrestling fan. It's not. Our fan is to enjoy the product we see on TV, positive or negative. We can criticize that, we can hate on that as much as we want. But if you want to badger and really make someone feel terrible, horrible on social media, someone you don't even know personally, someone who doesn't even know who you are, like I said, you could be someone and who's completely anonymous on social media attacking a public figure. That's not what fandom is about. That's not what you should do as a fan. And I get it. You could bring up the point that, oh, that's a public figure. They put themselves on TV. They owe themselves to the fans, and because they're public figures, this can happen to them, and they should just accept it. Yeah, a little bit. But to everything, there's a limit. And if you want to waste your time trying to make someone feel horrible, bad, like they don't deserve to be there anymore, and I'm sorry, you're a dick. You are a terrible human being. And you are a coward, because most of these people who are attacking these public figures, these professional wrestlers, these performers who perform for you week in and week out, most of these people hide behind a fake account, a fake name, and for the most part, I believe they're so bad people. They have no soul that they do that, and then they go back and eat ice cream and watch wrestling from their houses and just not do anything because they're creeps who like to stalk people and just worry about other people's social life and not about themselves. So if you're that kind of wrestling fan who's going to go out of their way to really just mind somebody else's business, somebody else's personal life, which is not your job, which is not something you should do, which is not something you're entitled to, then I feel sorry for you. You're petty. You're petty as hell. And I wish you nothing but the worst. I really do. But again, that's the IWC versus Twitter and IWC's way of using Twitter so far. So with that said, leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions on what might happen with social media in the future, and how do you think we should handle that? Leave it on the comment section below, and hopefully we, as an internet wrestling community, become a better community, a better fan base for all the performers out there who are giving it their all week in and week out for us, the wrestling fans.